I would like to pay my sincere thanks to Sikh Foundation when a few months ago my good friend Bobby Bansal started checking with me that he wants to make some presentation in the United States. I started checking with few local. All of a sudden I thought of Sikh Foundation. I had attended a event long time ago at San Francisco, 10 years ago, and Maharaj Ji Singh's throne was actually brought there, and there was a lot of paintings, very antique paintings. That was long time ago, and I think I was very new in the United States that time. And when you're just visiting from India, you can't even think of seeing the things that are present only in London to be brought to your place. They're just within your reach to see it. So that was my first introduction with Sikh Foundation long time ago. And I really appreciate Sonia and Dr. Kapani and all the volunteers, all the members of Sikh Foundation who do these things so that we can actually watch these things so close with our own eyes, though they are very close to us in our hearts all the time. My name is Dr. Pannu. I'm a dentist here in the Bay Area, not a historian, but I just visited Pakistan as a commoner person who had a lot of interest myself in Pakistani Sikh heritage, and that's what I will share with you quickly. And this 10 minutes presentation will also help when Bobby Bansal, he's going to be here on the stage. He will show what exactly was happening, what was the glorious past of these things maybe 200 years ago. There is a big difference of these slides that you're going to see now versus what he's going to say, but the place is same, the venue is same, but the things have dramatically changed. So I'll start it quickly without taking much of time. This presentation is dedicated to 10 lakh Punjabis who died unsung in 1947. That is a big number. You know, we now talk about all the things that are happening in the world, but that is a big toll that the Punjabis paid during the partition in 1947. That's the 4 members of my family along with me, my wife, 2 kids, and my mom. They dared enough with me to go to Pakistan on 2008 December when recently at New Delhi, in Bombay, the Kasabs, that thing had happened at Hotel Taj. So it was just 3 days afterwards. My grandparents were supposed to go with me to see their ancestral village. That was the whole plan. But the very last minute, due to all this happening, they backed out, but we still just went ahead. This is when in the morning we entered, this was not that show that you generally see on TV or you have seen that retreat ceremony. They're just doing some rehearsal in the morning. We are about to enter, it was a foggy day. This is Pakistan, we entered Pakistan. This is within about 3 minutes from border. You see it's almost very much similar to what we generally see in many cities of India. It's not much difference. This is the same glimpses. This is the hotel we stayed. I like to make it fast, so I just want you to get into that atmosphere of Pakistan. That's as I did it myself in 2008. So this is the entrance to the PC hotel where we stayed, as the risks were high and there was a lot of, I even saw a Mercedes there. I just thought, okay, let me take a picture there. And the security was really high. They did, of course, their due diligent duty. And one thing which I really liked in this particular hotel was it has the largest Punjabi menu that I could ever find. They had about 28 types of paranthas. 28 different types of paranthas, and truly Punjabi authentic paranthas that they could do. They provide saltish lassi, sweet lassi. Like, it was a very high-end hotel. Like, even it easily can surpass many big 5-star hotels in Las Vegas. That's how luxurious this hotel was. And my CPA in Fremont, he arranged all that for me so that it was easier for me to go there. There's a mall inside the hotel, and of course my wife and mom quickly, they were quite busy in the shopping already. Within half an hour we reached there. They were quite happy. Anyways, I took this picture just to show construction going on in the back, and if you can see, the guy there's no helmet or anything. We talk about a lot of OSHA stuff and that stuff, so immediately caught my attention, like how dangerous the conditions are. People work there now today as we speak. What would have been happening centuries ago when those big ancient forts were built? We started going. We were told that no, as my mom was having Indian green card, you need to go to the local police station to get some formality work. So we were going to the police station, and that was the anniversary day of Benazir Bhutto. So there was a lot of political activities going on in Lahore. The streets again were, the police told us that we need a specific size picture. And I tried to say, okay, I have a digital camera, let's do it. But they wanted a specific picture from a specific place where we have to pay a specific money. So we went up to this place, and this is the picture that we are trying to do. So this is a photograph from Pakistan. We went there, and okay, anyways. So on the way, I kept on taking some pictures, like Queen Mary's College. Of course, I can't miss a dental clinic whenever I see to take a picture of the dental clinic. And this is a picture. I will come back again at the end of the presentation. This was a very famous building, Lakshmi building. It is very close to Mall Road and Abbott Road. It's right in the corner there. And towards the end of the presentation, again, I will go back to this particular slide. So just please remember this one. So this is that building. It has some Hindu deities pictures up there in the front. And this is another picture. I just took a random picture. Okay, when you see from distance, can anyone tell, other than the people who have been to Pakistan, what is that big white building is? Raise your hand, please. Of course, Bobby, not you. So we are going to Gurdwara Dera Sahib, and we start seeing that big white thing. Well, let me see. This one. And of course, you're going to think that is the actually Gurdwara Sahib. But actually, that is not. That is Maharaja Ranjit Singh Samad. Gurdwara Dera Sahib is right here. It's a little bit away from it, though from the building and all the pictures, that's how it looks like. That is the Gurdwara Sahib. Okay, this is when we are just about to enter Gurdwara Dera Sahib. There's a lot of, it's busy place because it's right next to the Lahore Shahi Fort. This is the main entrance. It was written in Punjabi. A lot of people had tied their shoes and all that. So a lot of vendors were there. This is not a Jatha time. You know, when you go in Jathas, you know, there are different preparations. We just went there as a regular person. So there is no, we are just like commoners mixed up with the Pakistan people. So people use this Gurdwara wall to hang whatever they want. Of course, it's their country, and you know that's what they use it now. So local Pakistani people cannot enter this building. So that's what these barricades were. Only people from India or foreigner visitors can go inside. Here we are inside Gurdwara Dera Sahib, the place where Apne Panjve Guru, you know, they're the Shahidi, like that happened right there at this place. This is Gurdwara Dera Shri Guru Arjan Dev Ji inside there. This is the actual place. That whole saga is from this place. And I like this kind of, you know, things which let me show you. Written in very Thet Punjabi, Tel Krai, Bhai Sahab, you know, from, like, this is like Tel Krai word is a very authentic Punjabi word. Like normally we say Seva Krai. When it's Tel Krai, that's the actual Punjabi. And I'm glad these things are still sitting there. They are not untouched, so they have been preserved. This is not like modern Gurdwaras that we see many times in our Indian part of Punjab, where things have been, you know, they're kind of being recreated. These are some beautiful frescoes inside that building. All right, and Gurdwara, and okay, of course, who knows about this wonderful place? Except Bobby. This is the most important darwaja in Sikh history. I can easily say my interest, like my all study, there is no more history than this particular darwaja that we see right here in the building than in the Sikh history. All right, so I'll tell a little bit about this. This is that darwaja. This is called Roshniya Darwaja. That's where, you know, after the cremation, and then they were passing, and Kavar Non-Hal Singh, he just died there. Along with him, there was a son of Gulab Chand also. So they both died at the same spot, and that's why it's said that is darwaje to, you know, the Sikh demise, it all happened. You know, it's this particular gate from where the Sikh history started going downhill. So it is that place. Now, who knows about that red building in the back? And if you notice here, it has these 3 Hindu deities again. You know, they are, I think, I don't know the exact name, but they are Hindu goddess, all 3. Anybody knows this building, please? Of course, not the ones who've been to Pakistan. Okay, this is the main place for Maharaja Ranjit Singh Samad. And this is the view of Gurdwara Dera Sahib while you're standing in front of that darwaja. It shows the back kitchen. This is a Samad. Once again, at the end of the presentation, I'm going to show this slide and the first one again. You have to watch this slide very carefully, especially pay attention to these white walls, this whitewash that we have right there. Do you see this white walls? Let me go back. These white colored walls, just please remember these walls. At the end of presentation, I'm going to show 2 slides. You have to look at these walls again very carefully. These all pictures are from 2008 when I visited Pakistan. This is inside of the Samad. This guy was very helpful. I think he's the main caretaker there. He was extremely helpful. By the way, when you visit there, Pakistani people are extremely hospitable. Like, you know, they go extra mile for you to show you anything around. Like anyone who is worried about Pakistan, it's risky and all. I think it's totally opposite. Once they know that you're here to watch your culture and all, they'll go extra mile. You know, they will do whatever they can to make your visit worth it. All right, so we're coming back. This is in the back, Maharaja Ranjit Singh Samad. It's not the Gurdwara Sahib. Gurdwara Sahib is right here on the left. These both buildings are so much near to each other that sometimes the pictures give this misinterpretation that is Gurdwara Sahib. Okay, we are coming out, and I was trying to blend in, you know, being Indian, but I don't know how, you know, successful we were with these red coat and all. My wife was wearing that. So let's see. Now we are going towards the main red fort, the main fort, Lahore fort. This is the place which this fort has been coming on from previous Mughal kings, and then Maharaja Ranjit Singh, this was his main place. And in this place, there are three places right there connected to each other: Lahore Fort, Badshah Mosque, and Hazuri Bagh. All right, so this is where Maharaja Ranjit Singh Barandari is. You might have seen this place a lot of time. I spent really a lot of time here talking to local people. In the back, you can see Badshah Mosque. That's a really big one. That's amazingly large size. It's something equivalent to a big mosque I have seen in New Delhi. I think maybe even larger. All right, so again, this is Maharaja Ranjit Singh Barandari and that mosque in the back. This is the main entrance to the fort. We are entering the fort now. And these small steps are because of elephant. In the ancient time, the Rajas, they used to go on elephants. The steps are really gentle. So all that big height, the Maharajas used to travel on elephants, so they're called Hathi Path. All right, so a few more slides. Jahangir's quadrangle. And this is my Maharani Jindan's Haveli in the back. By the way, there is no sign or anything. You have to just do your own research. You have to carry books with you, and you have to try to find out what you're trying to see. The local guides won't tell you this. The history has been, they go in the actual Mughal history, which actually these buildings belong to, and then during Sikh period there was more involvements and more additional structures. But the way these guides are trained, they are not going to mention anything at all about Sikh period unless you yourself are carrying some books. So there is no signboards for you to watch there. So all right, so in the back, that's Khadak Singh Haveli in the back. That's again Khadak Singh Haveli in the back. This is Diwane Khas. This is where Maharaji Singh Laila, the famous horse, he used to keep it right here in this area. And the guide actually spent a lot of time for us. He even tried to sell me a stuffed animal. He took me half an hour away from my precious time trying to sell me, and I really got involved. When you talk to them, you get into that conversation. Oh, Maharaji Singh the code, the replica. You want to buy it. And then we reached half an hour, and it was stuffed animal that we can buy from Costco. I said, come on, man. You should have just asked me money. You wasted my half an hour, precious. So anyways, I really like to take pictures of the floor and the ceilings in the Purani. This is the ancient type of bricks. I think we call it Nanakshahi Ittam, but I'm sure the name is different there. So this is that thing. It's still preserved. He said this is my Jindan's tomb. There was no name or anything. I don't know. Maybe Bobby can help later on to see. That's why we need people like Bobby to actually find out what we have left in Pakistan, to preserve those things. Now, this is the place, Athdara. It's a very famous place. You might have seen. Bobby has also worked a lot. His documentary, he has done a lot of video recording. This is where Maharaji Singh Kachari used to be. He used to do all the official work. People used to ask him for any justice. That all used to happen right here. Maharaji Singh used to sit right there in that place. It has 8 doors, 5 this side, 3. That's why it's called Athdara. Now, kids were playing this Gulli Danda, and I asked them. They didn't know anything about Maharaji Singh, so I was just trying to check. This is that place, and this is that place back during Maharaja time. If you see that, that's the place. This is a very famous painting. Okay, this is the roof of that place. It's beautiful. It's made of wood and some glasses, but now it was in, of course, not great shape. But I'm still glad it is maintained in its original antique. That. So this is the same place, Athdara, quadrangle. This is Sheesh Mahal, made of sheet, like an all, and this is Naulakha Pavilion in the back. This is the view from the top of that thing. It is amazing. It has Maharaji Singh Smaad, Badshah Mosque, and that in the front, the front entrance of the fort. This is the place where the guide told me a lot. There is a special guide I tried to find out who knew about Sikh history. He said this is the place where Sikh army, when they were fighting with the British, with the Anglo-Indian wars, this is from where they used to pour the hot oil before they were about to enter the British. So this area, which is now the ruins, this has that part of the history, which, of course, I had nothing to check in any books. So he was telling me a lot in this particular area during the Anglo-Indian wars. So this is those. And I'm sorry about the pictures of my family. I was not intending to show to anyone when I was there. So you will see a lot of our family members, but I want to show you. And by the way, these pictures came out of my computer first time after 8 years, due to thanks to Sonia and Bobby. They mentioned these are worth sharing with our people. So I hope you like them. All right, so this is another view of the same fort. These are big walls, really huge. Imagine one day Maharaji Singh with his warriors were traveling there, roaming there on these. That's what you get into. You get so much emotion involved when you visit this place if you're connected to Sikh heritage. This is Hathi Path. This is beautiful Arabic lines in the backside of the. Now from there I started feeling I really need more books. I need something more, and I had very limited few number of days. So I asked for some Sikh library, and someone told me about this Sikh history museum. This is called Lahore Museum. So we went to Sikh collection that has a lot of Sikh collection about Mughal Empire. If you see Maharaja Singh, it has gurdwaras. They've got all the wooden things, big large things from the different gurdwaras. They are placed very beautifully preserved at that place. That is all inside the museum. They got this all from different gurdwaras, most probably during 1947. So the government of Pakistan did amazing job to preserve all these things. And this is the bookshop. And if you see the next picture, you can see actually something very interesting. If you see this actually board was not there, and the guy said he wanted to put his board up. So he said to his assistant, who's going to be holding the board there. And he was hiding in the picture. Sorry, if you go back. And I said, no, I want one more picture. And I'm glad I did that so that I could, show it to you guys today. So he's actually holding this board. The guy is he's sitting in the back holding the picture because there was a wind the day before. And, that's what happened. He gave me a book about Sukhmani Sahib just as a memento. He didn't charge me for that. Now we are going to Gurdwara Nankana Sahib, Faisalabad, Sargodha, Shekhupura. All right, so this is on way to, kids are having fun. This is Gurdwara Nankana Sahib. You might have seen in Pakistan, you say Gurdwara Committee. This is the main office there, right next to this danger thing. That's how I try to take that picture. And I liked always, whenever I find something really old written, I try to capture it in my pictures, because that's where the ancient history is. I always used to think that is the main Gurdwara Sahib, this building, but actually this is more like residential and office thing. This is not the main Gurdwara. This is the front part. This is their administrative block or maybe residential block. Gurdwara Sahib is right there behind it. This particular one. This is where Shri Guru Nanak Dev Ji was born. This is that place. Imagine the feeling when you're reaching there. We read in our Ardas all the time, whole life. And that's when you reach there, you get so emotional right there. So this is that spot. This is Shahidi Jand, very famous, about the Mahant story. And this is another room they have to build now because that big Palki Sahib that reached from New Delhi, it was so big they could not fit in that room. Like historically Sikh, our culture, we do sometimes wrong calculation. So this big Palki reached from New Delhi, but it was too big to fit into the main room. So they have now just put it outside into this place to fit it. All right, so let's move next. Some other Gurdwara Sahib. This is someone from London. I just saw there. Alrighty. So this was Gurdwara Tambu Sahib, very nearby. There is a peacock there. Gurdwara Shemi Padshahi, Panjvi Shemi Padshahi. It's in this street, very common like Indian streets. It was again closed because it's not the Jatha time. Took some pictures. Gurdwara Malji Sahib, it was also closed. Of course, I couldn't miss a dentist again. I took his picture. All right, we are going towards Gurdwara Sacha Sauda now, and then all of a sudden I saw this beautiful fort. I stayed here for a lot of time. I asked local people, they didn't know whom it was. I started researching the books that I got from Sikh library, and I found this belonged to Maharani Nakayan. It's a very, very important fort in the Sikh history. If anybody is interested, read about fort of Shekhupura. This is amazing place. This is such a beautiful fort. This is mind-boggling to see the kind of work that is inside that fort. And I have not heard from even one person. A lot of my families, they have went to Jathas, to Nankana Sahib, they don't even mention about this Shekhupura fort. This is big, this is huge actually. And even the locals don't know about any involvement of Sikh history. All right, we reached Gurdwara Sacha Sauda Sahib, and that's where it is. Who knows about this building? This is a really important one too. Okay, this is the place of Sai Mia Mir. The ladies cannot go inside, so they stayed outside. And this is me. We came back to the hotel, and this guy, he's always there to greet us. He became our friend. And now this was the last stop. We went to Islamia College. Somebody told us about 3 smads there inside belonging to Maharaji Singh's wives. It was quite a bit of research. We went inside. It's opposite to SSP office Lahore. This is the SSP office. This is Islamia College. You go in. You're just looking for 3 smads. You're entering like this. And the students are studying. They don't know anything. You're meeting the professors. They don't know anything about the smads. And all of a sudden, I saw these 3 buildings. They look like the ones I have seen in the picture. I said, oh, wow, it's like a jackpot. That's how you go and do work there. So these are those 3 smads, 1, 2, 3, in beautiful original shape. I got some pictures there. We did some shopping. We came back. And on our way back, we saw Dai Anga's tomb. This is the Dai of Shah Jahan. And inside there, I saw this beautiful thing. In Punjab villages in India, I see a lot of Pinda Darwaje. When you enter any village, you see this kind of thing. It's really beautiful antique. And this was the last stop at Shalimar Bagh. This beautiful place was the only place in Pakistan where I saw something written that had Maharaja Ranjit Singh's name. During my whole trip, there is still this place. This is the only place where, so I spent quite a bit of time. AC control things in this whole type of structure. This is Shalimar Bagh. All the Shalimar Bagh, again, beautiful place. All right, so that almost ends my presentation. Shalimar Bagh is really close to the border. We're coming back, and once again, when I came out, again went back to see this building again. I'm sure, did I see Maharaja Singh's name? So it was that precious for me to go back and double check it. And of course, no guide is there to tell you about the history of that building. Okay, and now we came back. We are departing back for India. This is their Punjab's Chaki, just to show how Pakistani Punjab looks like. Very much same like us, except just this part here a little bit. Okay, and then the Pakistani ranges were really nice. And we came back to India, and here again, I'm always picky. I'm trying to see why they put. I saw that maybe Coca-Cola and Pepsi are competing with each other. So one person might have sponsored the chairs, another person also sponsored the chairs. We came back to Pakistani Punjab. As I promised in the beginning, I will show you this slide once again. Now just see, when we were here last time, the Sikh Foundation had sponsored Dr. Nadra Khan's lecture. She showed us beautiful thing that is hidden below this whitewash. So let's see that one. So this is what it is. So these things are still hidden there. So when you go, like when I went, this is what I saw. But when I attended her lecture a few months ago, this is what she presented. She was brave enough to go there and somehow get this thing removed and see it, and again they whitewashed it again. So there is a lot of history still there, which is kind of being buried under those whitewash. And this is another one. This is the Lakshmi building I had showed you. One time I was watching the news and they showed Lakshmi building. This is the Lakshmi building now. So overnight it was changed to some, it's written in Urdu. It does not have those Hindu goddesses. So it just changed overnight from Lakshmi building to something. So things are being changed, and of course it's their culture. They're gonna do what they're gonna go do. All right, thank you so much. That was my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. All right, now what happens is when you do this kind of visit, you start feeling like there is a gap. We need someone who has knowledge about Indian culture, about Sikh culture in Pakistan. Has someone done the work? You start searching in the book, start making Facebook friends. So that's how I met Bobby a few years ago on Facebook. We are Facebook friends, we can say, if that's a new term. My wife was asking me, he's staying with me for 3-4 days, can they get the naam sunya? मैं क्या Facebook पे नाम साढ़े. So this is the new way now to make good friends on Facebook, and you keep talking over years and years, and you develop so much relation. So Bobby was that person who I found, who is actually going there, who is documenting the facts, who's meeting the European people, their families. It's a very hard job. He's not just copying the books. He's visiting those descendants of the Europeans who were in Maharaja's army, because those people definitely have better bookkeeping experience than us. They maintain the record much better than culturally as we do. So that's what his job is. He has been to Pakistan more than 40 times. 40 times. Can we give a round of applause just for that number, please? Thank you. Imagine I just went there once and how excited I am. Till now, even I feel it, I feel something, about that visit. And he has been there more than 40 times. He's been to Afghanistan. He is the one who has seen the Jamrodda Killa first time. He has written multiple books on this texture. He's also going to Burma. He has not only written the books, but he's actually making documentaries. The place that I was showing you about Atdara, I saw his pictures, videos, glimpses. He takes the local videographers. He tries to shoot them. And he does his own research. He finds the families in France, all over, where those people are now living, their children, grandchildren, and he even makes them surprised that your grandparents were in India. They said, yeah, he goes through their books and he helps them to learn how important piece of that history was. And without wasting too much of your time now, I would like to invite Mr. Bobby Bansal, please. Come up.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. It's a privilege to be here today at Stanford. I'm grateful for Sikh Foundation.